Kenya shilling 16 billion. 86,919,027.65 has so far been applied as stabilization in the financial year 2025-2026 to lessen the effects of the spikes. Since the beginning of the current crisis, 11,42,500,425 shillings has been applied as a stabilization mechanism, and plans are in place to ensure that Petroleum Development Levy or Fund is applied in the subsequent cycles to reduce the negative effects. Without these interventions, fuel prices by now will have exceeded 300 shillings per litre. Effective today, the 19th May 2026 to 14th June 2026, and following the petition by public transport operators to curb fuel adulteration caused by the wide diesel kerosene price gap, EPRA has revised fuel pricing accordingly. Diesel has decreased by an additional 10.06 shillings per litre, while kerosene has increased by 38.6 shillings per litre. The move reflects government's goodwill and commitment towards easing pressure on the public transport sector and facilitating an amicable solution or resolution to the current impasse. In light of the extraordinary geopolitical developments, the government remains fully seized of the matter and continues to confront the economic and strategic vulnerabilities arising from the rising landing cost of fuel with utmost seriousness and concern for the welfare and good being of the Wananchi. In conformity with this constitutional duty of care to the people of Kenya, His Excellency President William Samoei Ruto has directed an interministerial engagement involving cabinet secretaries responsible for the National Treasury, Energy and Transport to urgently engage relevant stakeholders and explore additional interventions necessary to restore stability and normalcy within the transport and energy sectors. While last evening consultations did not fully resolve the impasse, the engagements made meaningful progress, and there remains strong optimism that an amicable and lasting solution will be reached soon. Kenyans will appreciate that despite the prevailing global crisis and price fluctuations, the government has successfully maintained an uninterrupted fuel supply, reliability in distribution, and the overall security of the national fuel supply chain. This remains critical to national stability, economic continuity, and public welfare, particularly at a time when some countries are rationing fuel through weekly consumption quotas, while others are facing severe shortages. We therefore call upon the citizens of this great nation to approach this matter with patriotism, sobriety, restraint, and national unity. This is not a crisis of Kenya's making, but one driven by external geopolitical developments beyond our borders. Political opportunists must not be allowed to exploit this grave situation for narrow, divisive, and short-sighted political gain at the expense of national interests. While every Kenyan retains the constitutional right to peaceful assembly and demonstration, criminal actions including arson, obstruction of traffic, vandalism of public infrastructure, looting of businesses, robbery of motorists, and attack against innocent citizens going about their normal business shall not be tolerated in accordance with the law as assured by Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen. The public is therefore urged to remain calm and patient as the government continues to evaluate additional measures aimed at ensuring fuel prices do not rise to levels that could severely damage the economy and the livelihoods of each and every respective Kenyan who lead an ordinary life. I will also address the second matter of the killing or the brutal murder of Rachel Wandeto Muthoni. May her soul rest in peace. As a party and as a nation, we equally condemn in the strongest possible terms the horrific and barbaric killing of Ms. Rachel Wandeto Muthoni, who was reportedly attacked in Mwiki, Kasarani Sub-County on 16th of May, 2026. Reports indicate that unknown assailants allegedly doused her with petrol and set her ablaze over a tattoo that signified support for His Excellency President William Ruto. This savage and cowardly act is a chilling reminder of the dangerous levels of political intolerance, particularly by one Rigathi Gachagua, hatred of others by Rigathi Gachagua, extremism, and the hostility is increasingly being cultivated within a section of our society and championed by the opposition, particularly and generally. No Kenyan should ever be targeted attacked or killed for exercising constitutionally guaranteed political rights and freedoms. This is the law, the lowest ebb. Kenya is a democratic state governed by the rule of law, not mob justice, political fanaticism, intimidation, or violence. Such primitive and inhumane acts have absolutely no place in a civilized society such as Kenya. Any leader or political actor who sows the seeds of division, sectarianism, and intolerance among Kenyans, merely because of differing political opinions, only creates an environment that incubates criminality, violence, and national instability. We convey our deepest condolences to the family, friends, and the loved ones of Ms. Rachel Muthoni. May her soul rest in eternal peace. Sasa kidogo